Hey guys, Tech Flash here. The WWDC Apple event took place yesterday, and I gotta say that it was a little bit underwhelming because we didn't receive any of the Apple products. A lot of us expected the new MacBook to be released, and it kind of seems like they went back to their original roots, majorly focusing on software and development. What we did get was iOS 15, WatchOS 8, iPadOS, and of course the biggest update of all, macOS Monterey. Let's kick things off with WatchOS 8, which focused a lot on the photo app. You now have portrait mode, which allows you to take your portrait photos and set them as your watch face. They completely redesigned the Photos app that included a mosaic view and the ability to send GIFs in messages. There's also a mindfulness app and a breathe app that has been revamped and redesigned in case you want to take a break, focus on your breathing, and relax a little bit. Find My app has also been updated to allow you to find your devices with more ease on your Apple Watch. So basically, very subtle updates on WatchOS 8. The main thing that WWDC focused on was macOS Monterey, and the biggest feature was the universal control, which allowed you to take your cursor and drag content from your Mac desktop to your iPad desktop and to your iMac or any other device that you had in the same room. It was miraculous to see this working, and we saw images and video being dragged and seamlessly dropped from the iPad to the MacBook and into the Final Cut timeline on the iMac. I'm beyond excited to see this and experience this for myself. Next to that is AirPlay on the Mac, which is a much awaited feature that is so helpful for things like playing music and watching videos on bigger devices like your iMac. So you now get to directly play content from your iPhone to your MacBook or your iMac. Safari was also redesigned with new protection updates and an all-new UI like redesigned tabs and web extensions. For iPadOS 15, we got a revamped home screen with a few widget replacements which can be put anywhere and widgets that are larger, bigger, more full-screened and optimized for the iPad. We also got some multitasking features like multitask view on top of every screen, so you can jump from one screen to another and have a split view, etc. But the biggest feature or update in my opinion is that you can now build apps on the iPad itself. Now let's move on to iOS 15, which I believe is the most awaited and most anticipated update on WWDC of all. One of the first things that I wanted to talk is FaceTime. There was a ton of features and a ton of new things that were introduced to FaceTime, and one of the things was spatial audio. Now spatial audio is basically a feature which spreads out the voice of all the other members in your FaceTime, so it sounds like it's coming from the direction in which they're positioned on the phone call. This allows for better audio and much better quality of voice from all the users inside your FaceTime call. We also saw the introduction of grid view, which allow you to see everyone in the call, so you can jump from one person to the other and basically just have a comprehensive summary of whoever is in the call. So another feature that I really found interesting was the portrait mode on FaceTime. Normally, the portrait mode is available on your photo app, which allows you to take a subject and really focusing on them. You're able to blur the background and create a bokeh effect. And that's exactly what you can now do on your FaceTime calls. And I think it's a very unique feature, especially if you're on a serious phone call or you're having a business presentation where you want the focus to be on you. I think it's a really unique way of making your video a little bit more presentable. We also saw a very unique feature called FaceTime links, and I think this was the most interesting of all because it allows you to expand your FaceTime to other devices, and by that I mean that you're now able to create a FaceTime link and share it with people who don't use an iPhone. So it's now available on Android and Windows devices. Basically, you can share a link with other people, and whenever they click on that link, they'll be immediately brought in to FaceTime, and you can start FaceTiming with them even if they don't have an Apple device. Another feature that was introduced was SharePlay, which allows you to share media and content like music, videos, and movies. But the best part about this is that they're totally in sync, which means that you can be sitting here miles away from someone else that you're FaceTiming, and you can watch the same content at the same time. So if you want to listen to music, you both will be able to listen to the music in sync. If you want to watch a movie, you'll both be able to watch the movie in sync, which is a really, I think, unique feature and a very different feature, something that I've actually never seen before and very interested to try out with other people. Screen sharing also allows you to share your screen in real time with other people that you're FaceTiming. So let's say that you want to help someone out with something, or you want to show someone something that you're currently doing on your phone, you can actually share your screen through this feature, and this works across all Apple devices. This works on iPhone, iPad, and iMacs as well. Another audio feature that was introduced was wide spectrum and voice isolation. Now, wide spectrum audio allows you to hear and capture everything inside a room. So if you're FaceTiming with someone but you have other people in the background, you're able to clearly hear them as well. And on the other side, you have voice isolation, which does exactly the opposite, and it totally blocks out and reduces the background noise, so you're not distracted by anything that's going on in the background. Moving to notifications, we now have a new look, and you can set up a status which basically delivers messages, notifications differently depending on whether you're sleeping or you're at the gym or you're at your work, by using machine learning to identify and suggest the status of what you're currently doing. I think this is a really intelligent feature which basically allows you to not be disturbed at awkward moments. So if you're at the gym working out, then the intelligent machine learning will identify that and make sure that your notifications are given to you at a later, more specific time. And you can basically set this up. There's a lot of customizations that you can do on this. So you can set this up maybe if you're sleeping, if you're working out, if you're at your current job or you're driving. You can set this up to make sure that you receive the notifications at a specific time, and this is something that's done through machine learning. So it will learn your pattern, it will learn what you're doing, and it will kind of get adapted to your routine and make sure that your notifications are being provided accordingly. Inside the photo app, we also have significant updates, and we have now something that's called searchable text. And it is something that's been long awaited. And what searchable text is that you can actually take a picture of a text and save it. And once you do that, you're able to then extract information out of it. So let's say that you take a picture of a signboard of a restaurant. If you click on it, you'll be able to see the different details about the restaurant, maybe reviews, timings, the address, the phone number, and different details like that. We also got customizable slideshows which are integrated with Apple Music, which then identify the activity going on in the photo and intelligently select a music that will match the mood of the photo. We also saw significant user interface updates on messages. You can now pin individual messages. There are new photo collages and stacks. You also have features where if someone sends you a photo, it can also be linked up in Safari or put up as a photo suggestion in collections. The Health app has also been updated to allow you new ways of sharing your data with your friends and family, and also keep track of your trends on your health. The Maps application was massively revamped with a new 3D view that has insane amount of detail and a nighttime view as well. There was also a lot of little details like zebra crossing, different lines, traffic signals for more safe and accurate navigation. There was also a very interesting feature that was played through augmented reality, which is just available in a few cities now, but will be updated later on to more cities. And what it basically does is that it reads your surroundings, it reads the buildings, and then tells you exactly what direction you have to take with so you can continue your destination. Another big update that we also saw was the Wallet app. Now the Wallet app will allow you to store ID cards and driver licenses, and it's also partnering up with BMW and other car manufacturers to be able to unlock your car without a key. Not only that, but it's also partnering up with a ton of security and home lock suppliers where you can simply tap your phone or your Apple Watch and unlock your home door or your hotel key room. The Weather app also had a few new UI updates with a lot of additional information on the weather. So basically you're now able to see in a lot of detail the weather around you, so you know what your UV index is like. You're able to see if it's about to rain. You're able to see what the humidity is like, if it's good for running, if it's good for different activities, how much is the pollen count, and different things like that. And one more thing that we also saw was the addition of radar, which will provide you with a live broadcast of the weather around you. And this is something very huge because this is not something that we see on phones. Normally, radar technology or radar updates are available from news outlets, but now now you have something similar to that on your phone, which will give you a lot of detail into the weather, and you'll be able to then plan your day ahead accordingly, or plan different events around you according to the weather in your area. So that's basically it for this video. I just wanted to quickly discuss a few key features of the WWDC 2021 Apple event, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.